country of France. Guy over there with a bag over his head, that man, he's Voltaire. And he has a bag over his head because his nose fell off. And at the moment they're working out whether they give him a very expensive nose job and put it back on, or whether they let him age naturally and gracefully. And while they debate this, they've got a bag over him to stop him from falling on anybody else. We are not anticipating a quick decision on this one. He has had a bag over his head for a very, very long time. Now, of course, the other thing that we have to talk about here are the pyramids themselves. Back before the pyramids, there used to be 4 separate entryways into the Louvre. It took you to 4 different parts of the museum, and there were 4 different pricing schemes. It was very complicated and very confusing. Now, President Mitterrand is the guy we've got to thank for these, because he wanted to combine all of these entrances into one entryway and basically do it in a big, impressive way that people would talk about him for years to come. And so, like most things in Paris, he had a design competition. Now, this is the design that he chose as the winning design, and when he chose this, the people of France, they were outraged. They said, we have this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful old building, and you want to put great big glass pyramids in the middle of it? What are you thinking? Now, the guy who designed these was a guy called I.M.P. And he turned around to the people of France and he said, don't worry, you won't even see them. And you won't even see them because I'm going to make them out of invisible glass. There was a problem with this. This glass hadn't been perfected, wasn't actually strong enough. They worked out if somebody leant onto the pyramids, they'd go straight through into the museum itself, which would be a fairly cheap but a reasonably fatal way of getting in. So they have reinforced them and put a lot of metal structures underneath to hold them up. And as you can see, they are now clearly visible and highly controversial. Most people, or a lot of people, they hate them. Personally, I quite like them, but I am in the minority with that one. That said, love them or loathe them, most people know that you come to the Louvre, you go in through the pyramids, and they are very, very recognisable. So the chances are they are not going anywhere. Now we are going to go from here over to that corner, because if you look through the very, very, very non-invisible pyramid, you can see something that looks a little bit like the Arc de Triomphe. We're going to go just over there, we're going to get a view of it, I'm going to tell you what it is, and then we are going to go through that archway over there on the right. As I said before, if you are going to lose me, it's going to be in the next 10 minutes or so. Once we go through that archway, you will not see me if you are not keeping an eye on me. So do keep a little bit of an eye on my back, and we are going to go just over there, get that view, then through that archway on the right. So we'll head in that direction.